Hello everyone, Auvbri here and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we are doing a very special build. This is my first ever build with content. What is it called? CC, so custom content. And you know, I've always said that I would never actually get my hands into custom content, but I've just seen so many new cool things and items, and I thought, you know what? In The Sims, we always get the same freaking item. I need something new, and I wanted to create something ultra freaking modern. So that's what we did today. So as you can see in the front here, we have this all glass front. So these are these cool, very cool windows. That's actually like these section pieces, so you can create the illusion of a glass wall, which I thought was just freaking awesome. I also wanted to do like a full-on concrete house like we have here, so that's why it's called the modern concrete house, because I wanted to, you know, explore the world of concrete. I know a lot of newer buildings, especially here in Scandinavia, are starting to get built in concrete, and you can polish concrete, you can just kind of leave it raw as it is, and I don't know about you guys, but I really like it. I think it looks pretty awesome, so I thought, you know what, let's do that in The Sims. I haven't really seen anybody do it, so while this is also a concrete house, I also decided to make it ultra modern and as minimalist as I could force myself to do, because you guys know me, I need to have some decorative items and some clutter all around, but I try to really push myself to create something minimalist. I also kept this clip in that you're watching right now because I thought it was very calming to look at in the sped up version, but we're actually going to change the coloring of the roofing piece to a lighter tone, so it's actually going to be white instead, and I decided to go with white, concrete and wooden textures for this build. I just thought it looked really good, especially when we start to go into the build inside in the interior. I thought it was pretty cool. So this build is actually loosely modeled after a concrete build that I saw on Google. So the reason that I actually got inspiration for concrete builds in the first place is because I have been watching the Netflix shows called Incredible Builds from Around the World, I believe it's called, and I just thought, you know what, that's such a cool series. I want to do something like that, and with CC that's actually possible because we can get all of these furniture. I always the reason that I haven't used CC before is I always thought that, you know, it looked so real that it just did not fit inside the game. But I've actually found some CC items, especially with the kitchen pack that we're going to use in this build as well. I've found some CC content creators that actually makes the content so it looks like it would fit inside the game with all of the other items that is originally from the original developers, which I thought was pretty awesome. So that's why I decided to use these two CC packs. I will link them in the description down below if I can actually figure out to find those links again, because I've accidentally deleted them, but I will see if I can't find them, and I'll link them in the description down below so you can get them yourself. They're pretty awesome, and you guys know me, I do like a good modern build, so this is definitely right up my alley when it comes to the items that's actually presented in these two packs. So the one is called Cool Kitchen Stuff, I believe, which is just amazing. Like, the content in that pack is just so good. All of these windows that you see me using around the place here is also from its own separate pack. It's from the Sims Resource website. I just searched windows and it came up as one of the first ones, and I thought, you know, yes, this is just exactly what I wanted. So again, very minimalist. Also in the exterior garden areas, I wanted to keep it as minimalist as possible. I didn't actually open up the what is it called, live edit objects for this build, simply because I don't like when, I don't know about you guys, but when I use that mode, it's really cool to have all those new items, but because they aren't, all of them aren't sorted, a lot of stuff just gets like in the way. So you can have like 3 pages of fruits where 12 of them is just a different type of grape, and you're searching for a particular item and you can't find it because it's just buried underneath all of these piles of, you know, unusable items. So I wanted to put in a car, but I couldn't find it originally. But so if you want to, you can put in a car on the parking space outside. I actually put in a parking space for the car, so you can do that if you want to. I didn't do it, but you know, that's just the way. So the cool thing about this build in the interior is that it's actually one big urban floor plan. I thought that was awesome and a really cool idea to do it that way, because we have kind of like a limitation with the Sims, whereas if it's one big room, your Sim cannot go to the bathroom if another Sim is in the way, unless they're like married and stuff like that. So I decided to just make this a 1-bedroom house with a huge urban area, a little ensuite bathroom, and that's it. Like, big urban floor plan. There's no doorways inside the house, so there's only doors to the exterior, so you can go outside. That's it. That's all there is. And this is where all of the new items comes into play from the Cool Kitchen pack. It was really cool. So we have all of these new glasses. We have these new shelving units, which is awesome, and all of these items are, most of them are stackable. So for example, we have the plates, and they're actually stackable, so you can stack the plates on top of each other and they just snap to each other, which I thought was like the coolest thing ever. Like, where have that feature been? It's so good. So I tried to make it minimalist but still make it like homey. So we have plants around the place, not too many. We actually have a lot of empty space in this build compared to what you usually would see from me, which is also why, I don't know, I enjoyed doing this build, and it was fun and different for me, let's just say it that way. I was looking for a carpet, like a rug to put underneath the dining room table, and I wanted to have something simple so it wouldn't take away from the minimalist living that we have here. So I decided just to go with this faux fur rug and make it like this bland-ish color, but still have it like be a color so it wouldn't actually disappear into the concrete, which I thought was really cool. And again, I'm trying to do minimalism as much as possible, but we have all of these new items, guys, and I wanted to use as like all of them. So I really did try to detain myself. Here we're just pulling out all of the new items from the other pack. I cannot remember what this pack is called, but again, I chose these packs because they are not overly, how can you say it? They're not overly textured and designed. So I feel like, and I've said this before, I feel like when you download CZ, a lot of times it just doesn't fit in. For example, look at a lot of the hair that you can download for your sim in Create a Sim. It's beautiful hair, it looks amazing, but it kind of doesn't fit into the game, you know? So I chose these specific items for a reason, being that, you know, they are like, they kind of blend in but still stand out. And we have these, oh god, I love this. We have these pillars from this one pack that you can kind of move around. They can fit on the couch and your sim can still sit in the couch. so it's a decorative item, but they can still use it. There's actually no television inside of this big living room space. I decided not to put one in. I didn't think it would need it, and yeah, I still don't think that. You can, of course, throw in a television if you want to, but I just kind of like the idea of having this these two sections. So we have this living space behind the divider here, and then we have the other space where it's kind of a like sitting relaxation area. We have some like shelvings and stuff, but there's nothing really there. Like, it's just minimalistic and modern looking, and I thought it was just awesome. I actually did forget at this point, once I finished the office area, like the little desk area, I did totally forget that I had not put in a bathroom area. So that's actually a last thought. But we remembered to put it in, and it's like, it fits. It's small, but you know, it's only for 1 or 2 people living in this space. Very modern couple would live here, I would imagine. And of course, this is also part of my Build Newcrest series, where we're gonna try and populate the whole of Newcrest with public builds and all of these, you know, builds that residential builds and stuff like that from myself, so you guys can hopefully use it in the end. I'm trying to make Newcrest this really modern looking place, so we're gonna have a lot of concrete buildings, a lot of industrial redesigned buildings like we did with the strip mall, which was the first build in the series. So there's gonna be a lot of that, but I think it's gonna be really good. Like, I feel like with the strip mall being the first build and this being the second build, we're off to a really good start in the Build Newcrest series. And I'm actually looking at another modern build and also a park that I wanna do something with in the Newcrest series. So it's gonna be really fun, and we're gonna have all of the, you know, all of the lots that you would expect to be in a place like this. We're gonna have bars and library, public park, you know, all those areas that you would find in like Willow Creek and stuff like that. I'm gonna try and create in this city, but in a very modern twist. Like, the thing that I do best is modern, and I wanted to bring that into Newcrest as well. So yeah, that's the whole plan, and we're actually almost finished with the build here, because it's not like the most hard thing to do to actually make a modern exterior. You just have to keep it very minimalist, the grass cut like it is here, throw in some trees, some planters all around, and make it look really, yeah, you know, really groomed, which is actually really easy. So I think it looks pretty awesome, and especially with the big glass windows, like the glass front and the glass back, and the lights outside and the inside just being so minimalist. I think it's a very, very cool build, and I wouldn't actually mind living here. Speaking of living, if you want, I just finished furnishing my dining room area in my apartment with my boyfriend, and we bought these new lights and these like glowy light bulbs. So go check out my Instagram page, where I upload things from my own life if you want to see how I live and what I do with design in my own personal space, and just, yeah, what I do in my day-to-day life. I upload on Instagram, you know, photos and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a link in the description down below to that. But we are almost done here with the with the builds. This is the last touch, and let's jump into the video tour. So remember, if you want to get this build, it is on the gallery right now. You do have to download the CC though. I will try and link the content in the description down below, and you have to install those for you to be able to get this build. Otherwise, I do believe the game will just replace the items with items that are similar from the game itself. So yeah, there's that, but I will try and link the content used in the description down below, and yeah, you can download that and then you can get this build as it is now. So there's also a link in the description down below to the download, and you can just search my origin ID on the gallery as well to find every single thing that I have done in The Sims 4. I'm super happy to be back at doing YouTube again, and doing builds like this really reignites my fire for YouTube. So tell me what you thought about my first CC house in the comment section down below. I really want to know what you thought about it, and if it's something I should keep doing. Are you excited for the Build Newcrest series and going onwards? Also tell me that down below. Also follow me on Discord. There's a link in the description down below, as well as my Instagram page. That's the best place for you to figure out when I'm live streaming, when new videos are coming up, little teasers of the build. I actually teased this build last night on my Discord server. So yeah, that's a great place for you to also figure out what's going on with me and the channel in general. So Discord. But as we're taking an end to the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And there's nothing else for me to say other than have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you next time for another video. Bye guys.